Mastery learning is when a student has accomplished the learning towards a certain objective or a certain outcome to the highest level that they possibly can.
We're not just trying to get the kids through the curriculum, we're wanting them to actually understand the curriculum and be excited about it in learning and be able to apply a lot of the learning in their everyday lives.
Mastery learning is trying to get kids to do the best of their ability and pushing them to that best of their ability. It really is a focus on making learning the object and making sure students are feeling success in what they have acquired as their knowledge.
To build a culture of mastery learning, you have to be willing to create opportunities in response to the needs that people are identifying.
I think we need to remember that success and mastery for any student is going to be different. So what are we doing to help them recognize that success where they're at is what is the most important thing?
Mastery learning allows the student to be more responsible for their own learning and saying, I need to really get in touch with a teacher on this, or I need extra help on that, or I am so done this, on to the next, and move faster or slower, and know that the teachers are available whenever they need them. It's really powerful to allow the students that control over their education.
I think they feel like they're in charge of when things are finished. And that can be very powerful, because when you're in charge of it and when you can change it and it's not final yet until you say it's final, that's very empowering for students.
I take advantage of the flexibility that I have in my classes to reschedule exams, flexible deadlines, like I have extra time if I need it, or I can, if I'm doing good at it, I can progress faster.
As we've had this journey towards mastery learning, it's been a response to students' requests to have opportunities to relearn things, reassessment on behalf of the teachers. We've had to look at the way we provide opportunities for kids to do these things.
Nobody wants to write a test where they know none of the information. That's not fun, nobody feels good afterwards. Why not make sure you understand it before you even write it?
We have two different situations where they might do a test and they realize, I bombed that test, I don't understand that material. So then they come up to me and they say, I need to redo this, I need to know what to do. The other situation would be where they, before the test even comes, where they say, I'm not ready for this test. So they have now had to take that responsibility to make that decision that, you know what, I don't know this material yet. And my question to them is always, what's the plan? Because I tell them there's no point postponing or redoing if nothing's going to happen between now and then. So they have to come up to me with a plan. How am I going to learn what I don't know?
And so we created a personal learning time for our students we call I Plan. It's exactly what it says, I plan. I get to plan what I'm doing. So our students during that time each day have approximately an hour to be able to move forward whatever they feel is important to move forward that day.
The I-Plan block at our school is an opportunity where students are encouraged to make choices on their own to decide what they need during that time. It is an hour where we can go to multiple open rooms where there are teachers assigned to help with any kind of homework that you need help with or study with, or rewrite assignments that you previously had trouble with.
We also had student requests to finish courses early, and so we created a program called Connect, which is kind of a hybrid model where students would, for the most part, work independently, but they would have a teacher here who was assigned to them for that course that they could meet with during I-Plan, or the teacher could request a meeting with them. They can do one-on-one or small group tutorials with that teacher.
For my Connects courses, it's power engineering, and I find power engineering, it's the best thing for me because it helps to complete my studies, helping to complete my career that I want to be. It helps to responsibility for myself to do it on my own, to take initiative and drive.
I wanted something independent. I didn't want the distractions of a classroom, and I had trouble meeting deadlines and stuff if I was struggling in class. And then I decided to try Connect independently, and it worked out for me perfectly because I had the support of my teachers, but I also had the independent pace that I wanted and the flexible tests and extra help.
I think when you change the pace of learning for students, your academic students are going to feel challenged, and your non-academic students are also going to feel challenged, but in a positive way. They're not going to feel like they're drowning because the pace is so fast. They're going to feel like, I'm going to have success here, which is going to lead for success in my next piece, which all they want is to feel successful. Every person wants to feel successful. So if we're allowing them to do that, instead of just saying you missed this timeline, moving on, we're actually increasing their self-esteem and allowing them to learn at their capacity.
I have two boys, both in the high school program, and they're very different learners. My oldest is a very fast learner, and the other one takes more time. So the Mastery Learning has really allowed them to each grab a hold of their education and take it where it needs to go at their own speed.
There is so much more I could show in my work if I have the proper time.